Hi, sisters. Welcome back to another episode of Secrets of a Church Girl, Season 3 opener. Yeah, our mini-series.
We're so excited. Much fun, yeah. We're really excited. So I'm Allison.
I'm Randy.
And we are your sisters. No, I'm just kidding.
No, really, we are.
We are your sisters in Christ, and we are sisters with each other and bestos. So
yeah, we're your co-hosts.
Yes.
A little bit about Allison and I. Well, I'll do a little bit about me. You can do a little bit about me.
Yep.
I am 30 years old, freshly 30, fresh into the club. I am a pastor of a local church in Western New York. I am a hairdresser and a mama and a wife. I'll be celebrating 10 years of marriage in 2025, right at the top. So, and I have been a local church girl lover and lover of Jesus for pretty much most of my life, if not all of my life. And I have been patiently waiting for a girl that will, God will bring to me, like a friend. And somebody that's as wild and crazy and visionary and chaotic and in the best way as me. And that's Allison. Jesus brought her to me. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I'm Allison. I'm turning 24. And I own a salon. Randy is my pastor, and she works at my salon. And so we got really close when she started working at my salon. And yeah, I love what I get to do. I love the Lord. I've been in church most of my life, but didn't start acting like it until recently, I would say, past 2 years. So, get into it. Learning more about the Lord.
It's been fun. But we have a lot planned for this season. So we're really excited. It's a mini season. It's only going to be 6 episodes, and it's going to walk you through the holidays. So jump in, make sure you're subscribed, follow like our TikToks, our Instagram, all that stuff like that to stay updated and to get more content from us. Honestly, I think our heart really is that like we're 2 girls who happen to be in love with Jesus, but also like are doing life at a regular pace. We've got real responsibilities. We've got a real pace of life. Like we have lots going on, but I think we're trying to invite people into the reality that you can have a real pace of life, vision, dreams, exciting things, success, highs and lows, and still have Jesus and still have really good friendship.
Yeah.
And so through the podcast, you're going to hear a lot of Jesus-centered conversations, but you're also going to hear us be like kind of random and crazy, and we might say some off-the-wall stuff, and we might not always be perfectly polished, but our heart is really that you would like hear us and hear our conversation, and Jesus would become real to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else?
I will say that is the thing that made you, I always tell you this, you made Jesus easy for me because I saw you and I was like, oh, she's like a cool girl. Like she's just a girl. And
she's just a girl.
I never saw anybody in my whole life that walked with Jesus like normal, like that it wasn't like religious or like really like crazy. And I was like, so thank you.
You're welcome. I think that comment makes me cry all the time that I made Jesus real too, because that messes me up. Anyway, Allison said that she's almost 24, and so you can't see right now. We'll insert a clip from what we recorded before, but we're celebrating Allison's birthday because she's going to be gone next week for her birthday, and she'll be in Louisiana visiting her boyfriend, which I think is going to be so cool because we're going to, one of these episodes or at some point in a segment, talk about her long distance and how she dates long distance because she's doing it so well. Yeah, she's slaying. So yeah, she's turning 24 and we're so excited. Anyway, we're going to jump into today's episode. Yes.
Yeah.
And a little thing you can expect because we have one more segment is, we're going to kind of play it through like interview style. We actually have a friend with us, Jenny Garza. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Yay.
You can hear her, but you can't see her because we don't have a third angle. Okay.
She's the queen.
It's all good.
But we're going to do some interview style questions so that you guys can get to know us going into season 3. I think we did like little parts, bits and parts. You heard a little bit of Allison's story. You've heard some stories from me as well, but I think some basic questions that we're going to kind of go over.
Yeah.
And then we're going to kind of roll out some of our new segments and what we're going to be adding to the show. So every episode before we jump in, we're going to do like Sunday scaries or Sunday secrets, like something about like our day or our weekend that kind of sounds like just makes us feel more normal, I think.
Yeah.
And then we're going to end with secret sessions, which we're going to read a secret from a post these books that we found, a Post Secret book. And then we're also going to start reading your guys' secrets and your submissions. So we're excited. Stick around, listen through the episode, and let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's get into it. We're just going to start with a few questions that Jenny may have. She's going to jump around. So bear with us because we're just rolling with the punches, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're going to dive in deep real quick.
Ooh, diving deep.
Head first, baby.
There's a couple deep ones. I like these. All right. So what type of legacy do you want to leave and carry with you before your time is up?
Jesus. Okay.
Who's going first?
Yeah, I can. I feel like the legacy I want to leave is, well, I feel like I guess it's kind of hard, but I want to leave the idea behind that you're never too far gone to experience freedom in Jesus and transformation in Jesus. Like, I hope people see my life and my daughter sees our lives, and she hears about like the stories of her parents and her grandparents and her great grandparents, and she just knows that like at any moment in time, like Jesus is ready to sit with you and heal and deal, and you're never too far gone, and it's never too late. And a legacy that like loves family, loves marriage, loves the idea of being a parent, and like your life can be given to the Lord. I think, yeah, I feel like that's what I want my legacy to be. Like, she was somebody who was like passionate about healing, passionate about Jesus, passionate about her family, passionate about her marriage, church.
Yeah. I think similarly, like I would just love people to think of me to love the things of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything that encompasses. But I definitely feel like healing is a big one for me, and I want my kids to know like the things that I worked on breaking off of my life for their sake, and I want them to do the same thing for their kids' sake. And you know, we'll always have to heal no matter what the work you've done before your kids. I think, what does Haley say? Like, all your kids still will have things they have to. Yeah,
they won't have to confront what you confronted. There are going to be things that you've dealt with that they'll never have to deal with, but then they will still be left with things they have to confront.
So I think just that mindset that healing it's scary, but it's worth it. And it's like, you know, the cost is worth it, you know, to do the hard work. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. How do you both define the word beauty? What is beauty to you?
Wow.
That's good.
We're beauty industry girls, so
yeah, I was gonna say that's a double-sided coin for us. I think in like a heartfelt sense, like not in the physical, like what's beauty? Vulnerability. Somebody that offers safety, I think, is beautiful. Somebody that encourages, that doesn't envy. I feel like what's beauty? Proverbs 31, baby. Like that to me is beauty. Yeah. Like everything that's described in that scripture on the non-physical side of things.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, I think the way I felt like people have been beautiful to me is like the way they love people. When I see somebody really loving, like the way Jesus loves, I'm like, wow, that is so beautiful. Like, you know, kind of wrecks me a little. But
yeah. On the exterior, I don't know. I think we're beauty girlies. So we are. How long have you been doing hair? 4
years, I think.
I'm on.
No, 6 years. Oh gosh, I'm getting old.
Okay, let me give you my number. 12. I've been doing this for 12 years. And so we work in the beauty industry. Beauty is fleeting, and it fades like toner. So, but yeah, I mean, I think definitely on the side of like what actually lasts is, yeah, you're right, living like Jesus for sure.
Yeah, I think too, like we love trends and we love like, you know, certain things, but I think too, I love like to see somebody that is like, even if I don't vibe with their vibe, like they embrace their whole style. Like,
yes,
I can really appreciate a different vibe if somebody can really like
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody recently was like, I love the way you dress. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, she's like, you always look confident. And I was like, I literally, when I walk out of the house, I'm like, I don't know if this looks good, but it's kind of funky and it's weird and I'm just going to wear it. So like, I love that. Like when people would
That's
just
so
do
funny.
it.
I know. I tell people all the time that are like, how I could never wear that. It's like, yes, you could. If you believe you could wear it, you could wear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I walk out of the house with crazy stuff and Billy's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I tell Devin, I'm like, if
Don't
you want to
even
leave, don't make a comment. Just
Yeah.
just tell me I look great. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
All right. If you had an intro song to your life, what would it be?
Oh, let me think.
Welcome to my life. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, give it to us. An intro song to your life, like the theme song of like a sitcom, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like if you were like walking out onto the field, what's the song that they're playing in the stadium?
I think I have like a sentimental one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that one. I think Manasseh.
Okay. Yes.
Because,
Well.
like,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
I feel like that could be mine
Everyone's,
too. Oh yeah, it could be everybody's. Oh, also Anna Golden's song "Get Your Glory." I could be like a heavy one. If you do a funny one, what would your funny one be?
Gosh, I don't even know.
I'm trying to think too.
What is that one? It's like.
I think that's like
that?
a Rocky song.
It's just like.
Oh, great! You're my dad.
Well,
That's my dad's song.
I feel like life is like that. You just got to put on your backs and go.
Yep.
Get to it.
I feel like mine would be like a old timey song, like "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra. That's life.
Okay.
That's what all the people say.
Yeah. That's good too.
Just that's life. This is life. I'm just rolling with it. And I tell Billy this, and we've started to say this to each other like a lot recently, is like, it's just a blip. Like everything, all of this stuff, like the deepest arguments we get into, it's like, this is a blip.
Yeah.
Like, are we really going to die on this hill? No, this is a blip. And so like, we've been doing that even when we're like overwhelmed or there's like a really crazy week. It's like, this is going to be a blip. Like this is going to be gone.
Yeah.
And so that's life. Like life is just going to keep moving. I heard a lyric of a song one time and it said like, we're but a vapor. Like, and that was crazy. Like, think about that. Like a vapor is just it like comes up and then it just dissipates and it's gone. And it's like same thing with us. Like, I don't want to lose my mind over everything. So that's life. Yeah. It's all good.
It's good.
If you could each describe each other in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Okay, let me think.
If I could describe her.
Yeah. Stumped.
No, I think I really want to give good ones.
Too many.
I don't know if I'll give them in a certain order or if we have to go back and forth, but I would say one, which is easy to see even if you don't know her closely. She's like really driven. Like even I tell her all the time, like, you're literally the producer of the show, because it's like, we're doing this, we're filming, we're scheduling. Randy, where's this? Where's that? I'm like, yep. She's driven. And I think that inspires me, because there are so many times you don't know you're inspiring me, but you really are, by just like finishing things through all the way. And I just sometimes watch and I'm like, okay, this is like pushing me to become and do something more than I would ever have signed myself up for. And so it's like super contagious. Driven and inspiring. I would say, really, if you dig past her initial response, she's extremely, extremely, extremely compassionate. Like to the point of tears. Like look, if I keep talking, she's gonna cry. She might be super truthful and honest, but it's because she has she's so desperate to see people experience truth. And I think that comes from a place of like genuine compassion. And I think that's beautiful. And then she's just really funny. Yeah. So we'll just touch all the marks. We'll just top off all the gas in the professional and the personal.
I would say beautiful. Obviously, you're very beautiful, but I think you're beautiful like inside. You're gracious. Like, show me grace way more than you probably should. Well, not true, but kind of true. Sometimes you need to slap me, probably. And I see you do that with people among our congregation and just like even people in general at work and stuff. And I think, I guess these two go hand in hand. Like, you're very unique and you're very, very talented. Like, I think you, like when I see you do hair, I'm like, oh, she just knows. Like, should we like add this, add that? And I'm like, that was not even in my brain. Like, so you're just, you're
Sweetie.
unique. You carry yourself in a cool way. Like, hey.
Thank you, Fran. You're welcome. Okay, you can probably pull that a little tighter.
Closer.
Yeah.
I'm slouching. That's why. I was like, I'm going to sit up the whole episode.
No, I don't. I'm like this. And I set my mic for that. Okay. Oh, okay. What else?
All right. Do you both believe in soulmates?
I believe that Jesus designed somebody for us. Yeah. I don't know if
But
that's
then
called
what
a
do you think,
soulmate because I feel like I have. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, like, well, I hear people say, like, their friends are their soulmates, or they're, like, I've heard someone say, like, their mom is their soulmate. Like, but then I think, too, like, I know this is kind of, like, morbid, but, like, what if you, like, are married to someone and they pass away? Like, is there another person there for you? Like, if you get remarried?
I think God knows your story.
Yes, like, maybe it's not just a partner. Yeah, maybe a friend.
Yeah, I think that he designs somebody for you to do life with, designs people for you to do life with. And I feel like that people that feel like that with a friend is like, that's divine knitting. Like God knit you guys together on purpose.
Yeah. I guess I think a soulmate's like, you know, like a intimate relationship.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I would think. That's why I don't really say like friendship. I just feel like I have my people,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I feel like they're like lifelong. Like I've had a few friends like,
I do have like
Your whole life.
definitely like two friends. Like you and Caitlin are my two friends that I feel like no matter what the ride is, like we're gonna be friends, even if it's rough in seasons. But I just feel like there's something that only we would find funny, or like me and Caitlin would find funny. And
Yeah.
like I'm like, I've been in seasons where things aren't going well, and I'm like, okay, I guess maybe I need a new friend. Like I don't know, like, and then I like will hang out with someone else. I'm like, God, this is so lame. Like,
it's
like,
just yeah.
like, why aren't you laughing? Like that was funny. Like, you know, so I think there's like certain people that it's like we click and there's no like ripping that apart
Yeah.
no matter what this is.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few friends that I've had for a really long time, but I feel like that is different than like having your people. Like I've had friends that I've had for like 20 something, 30 years. And every time I talk to them, every time I see them, it's amazing. I love them so much. Like I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But then there's like, I feel like the people I probably have closest to me are you and my sisters and my mom, my two sisters. And then it's specifically as far as humor goes, my little sister and I will
Stupid funny.
literally we'll collapse all over. Like it's chaos. We're
Yeah.
chaos, and in the best way, not like, but like, yeah. So I get
Yeah,
that.
she's-
I just feel like there are people that get your humor too and
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that even when I'm like speaking and I like rip off something and I'm like, oh, we're not on the same.
Yeah.
You're not the same kind of humor as me. Should
And
probably
you're like,
shut it
I
up
just said
now.
that, yeah.
Back to John chapter 4.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
that's
think it's
funny.
humor.
All right. If you could invite one living person on to the podcast, who would it be?
1, 2, 3. Haley
Haley?
Strotter.
Haley, if you're watching this, please email us. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah,
Call
it
Rainey,
would-
please.
Um.
I love
She's
her.
so good.
I literally met her like 3 times. I'm like, that's my queen.
Oh, I
Like,
love her for multiple reasons.
Yeah, Randy knows her way more than me. But
No, I don't even think what you see is what you get. So you
Yeah.
know her. If
well,
you,
and that's the thing is she's so real.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
how can you not love her?
Yeah.
There's no sugarcoating anything.
yes.
Yeah.
I think that when I and I was listening to the last episode of the like editing some stuff, and I was like, we really do talk about Louisiana and Haley and
Yeah.
there's like all the time. Sorry, we love them. They've been a pivotal part of our life. But yeah, I feel like I would love to have her on for multiple reasons. One of the things I noticed after, because I met her and we went like into inner healing, and it was like heavy,
Yeah.
and then I'm watching her speak and how she talked to me just on and off the phone and stuff. And it was like, she was just, she was so herself and like funny and off the wall. Her jokes are crazy
Yeah.
and wild. She said thing in church like hold my purse, and women's conference she said hold my bra, like just like I don't know. And I feel like she didn't have to give it to me, but she did give me permission to just like literally be like yourself, and if people don't like it, they can move on, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Well,
that.
and I think seeing that makes like
The outgoing loud girls go, okay, I have a place here.
yeah, or like you can, that was my biggest thing. Like, I feel like I sat down with you and Billy and I was like, I just feel like if I'm like leading youth, like I can't like say my funny jokes. And you guys are like, what? But I really thought that because I was like,
we're like, no, please bring the funny jokes.
yeah, but I was like, is that like inappropriate? Are people gonna not take me serious? But I'm like, I feel like that's like my favorite thing now. I just like, even at small group, like Dana will be like cracking up. And she's like, I cannot believe you said that, but that's so funny. And it's like, it's not inappropriate, but it's just like, it doesn't have to be so heavy all the time.
Time and a place.
Yes.
Time and a place.
Yes.
Yeah. So Haley.
All right. We'll have to get her on.
Yep.
Amen.
What are your thoughts on revenge?
It's the Lord's.
Amen.
Doesn't mean I didn't want to attempt it a few times.
No, really though. Yeah, I feel like revenge is it's a temporary, very short-lived satisfaction.
Yeah.
So I told this story actually in a message on revenge. Remember? I don't know who we talked about, but it was Addie and my niece Everly. So my daughter and my niece, they have this little jungle gym. They were climbing up the jungle gym and we're trying to get to the slide faster. And Atlas went up the slide and Everly pushed her down and Atlas was not ready to go down. She was really upset, tumbled down, started screaming, yelling. And I was like, apologize here, there, back and forth. I walk out of the room. Everly goes up the slide and Atlas like pushes Everly down. And now Everly's crying and Addie's crying and like they're both screaming, crying, even though they both did what they wanted in the moment. And Addie got her revenge and Everly tried to speed things up, but they were still bitter at the end. And I feel like that is literally revenge. Like you do it and you think it's going to make you feel better and it doesn't.
Yeah.
So
I have a client and she's like hilarious, but she always says like the best revenge is living well. And I know it's not like biblical, but I kind of love it because it's like, living well within yourself does not look like worrying about somebody else and like being evil to somebody else. It would just be taking care of yourself.
yeah. And I think usually we want revenge because someone stole something from us. You took something from me. And so you're actually freely giving them more of yourself by acting in revenge. Like you're saying, let me give you more of my time. Let me give you more of my mental real estate. Let me give you my emotions. Like I want to stop giving stuff to you. So the way that I can actually be best is not giving you anything at all anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
I want to have a big family, but I feel like that's crazy and outrageous.
Yes, since
I have one. Yes, since I only want one. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. I feel like I have more, but that was just funny. What came to my mind?
I want to have like a bunch of Airbnbs, which is like random. Like I guess that's like business wise. But I do, not that I don't think this is possible, but it is a little crazy. I would love to have like, I say like I want pairs of kids, like 2, 4, 6, whatever that looks like. I want pairs and I want to like do all the crunchy mom things, like homeschool them and only give them organic food and like, who knows? I'll probably have one baby when like we're going to McDonald's, but like I don't know.
No, I love
that.
that.
Want to do.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
What shows are you watching right now on TV?
Oh no.
Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Yeah. They just announced season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. I'm guilty. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yep. I didn't finish it, but I will say though, like, I don't know if you feel like this, but like when I was watching it, I was like getting so distracted. I was like, this is kind of like, meh.
No, can't relate.
I love watching the Kardashians. I think it's like so funny. And I know it's like garbage TV, but like when I was like doing like watching the Mormon ones, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not invested enough.
Well, maybe it's because they're not going to like the Grammys and someone's not punching the other one in the head and like kids aren't eating.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
You know,
maybe that.
It's interesting. We should do a take apart of Secret Life of Mormon Wives on an episode.
Should we? No, we should.
I will say this. Mormons and Christians are different, just so everybody's on the same page.
I think it was a little triggering for me, the show.
Oh, really?
Oh, Whitney?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's
she kept using verbiage, like therapy verbiage, like you're gaslighting me, and like she was gaslighting, and I was like,
Remember when I've told you about how people get the language down so well.
Yeah.
And then they don't actually live it, but they use it against people. Yeah.
Like people tell them like, hey, you might be doing this to me. And then they start projecting that onto other people. Like they hear it, then they receive it and they push it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000%. Yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of crazy.
One thing that's like, and there's multiple moments, but this stuck out to me when she left the group chat because she said she needed space.
And then wanted people to chase her.
And was so mad that people didn't chase her. You got what you wanted. You actually just reacted in a way that would hopefully bring attention and draw more.
That is actually just manipulation.
Anyway, okay, that's don't get us in a deep dive, Pookie.
My bad. All right, vintage or new?
Ooh, both.
Probably new, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it depends what we're referring to. I love a good vintage like graphic tee or like I love the idea of getting something that you can never get again. Like
TJ Maxx.
Well,
you might find it. My little sister said that. She goes, when someone does a fit check and they say TJ Maxx, I go, oh, I'm never getting it.
Oh, sorry, Lulu, because all my outfits are from TJ Maxx, so that's the only store we have. I feel like too, like vintage, like
I love the idea of vintage. I don't like the price tag of vintage.
Yeah. Like some like I've seen like really unique like vintage Christmas pieces. Like you'll never be able to get that again. Like I like that idea. But when it comes to like shoes and clothes, I would probably prefer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a little germaphobe. A little.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you really like thrifting, the idea of like.
Oh, yeah. I went thrifting yesterday with Brooklyn and I was like, we got in the car, hand sanitizer, please.
Yeah, you were like
feel
disgusted.
I smell a little bit. And yeah.
Smell like drawer. You ever smell the smell of drawer?
Oh, nice wood drawer.
That's how all my pajamas smell like drawer.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like a thrift store smells like. I love thrifting. I'll wear thrifted clothes because I like the price tag of thrifted clothes, but vintage clothes gets expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, there's a difference for sure. Vintage versus thrifted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Lightly used. Yeah. All right. What do you notice when you first meet someone?
Like physically?
Teeth.
Yours is teeth?
Well, that makes
Jenny's
sense
a dental
you have
hygienist.
$10 million smile.
I know you do have a $10 million
you have a
smile.
Beautiful smile.
I need to go to the dentist. I get scared when I come around Jenny.
She's like, lay down. Let me just.
No, I'm literally embarrassed, but it's fine.
Oh, why?
I'll go.
You have
I'll go.
pretty teeth.
Thanks.
I'll go with you.
The Crest whitening strips really just put a Band-Aid on the bullet holes.
Oh, my teeth hurt so bad from using so many Crest whitening strips.
Jenny's crying over here in the corner.
Oh, gosh.
Teeth? What's you? If like professionally, I probably notice eyebrows and roots first. But when I like interact with somebody, like on a regular, and people always tell me, you're looking at my hair, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's just so
People
natural.
say that.
I've had so many people say like, are you looking at my hair? And I'm like,
No.
I think teeth is a big one for me, but I think I've started to really try to like not look at people's appearance. Like
good, very good.
I think internally I'm only judging myself, if that makes sense. Like I'm looking at other people because that's how I dissect myself, which I don't like.
Oh wow, that's a good.
So I think one thing I really notice is how people make me feel when I meet them, which like they're not responsible for my feelings, but I feel like when somebody is so warm and loving, I am like, wait, I want to be like that. Like, how do I be like that kind of?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, down south, like Miss Kim, like she's the first time I ever went to her house, like was so like sweet to me, and I don't even know how she did it, but I was like, I want to be like her when I host. Like,
oh, I love
just
that.
like checked on me multiple times, would just pass me and like, rub my
Pat,
back.
yeah,
or, like,
yeah,
yeah,
yes,
like just so sweet, and I'm like, oh, I want to be like that.
Yeah, I feel like one of the first things I do notice when I'm not behind the salon chair is probably I look into people's eyes, like I really do try, and then I can feel like, oh, you look a little, like I can sense like sadness, or I can sense like, whatever. Yeah. So I feel like on Sundays, that's what I'm mostly looking at, like what are your eyes saying? Right. And not that I can write a narrative about you because your eyes look a certain way, because that might be wrong, but yeah, sometimes I'm just like, what's going on behind those things?
Yeah.
What's your dream job?
My job now.
full-time inner healer.
Yeah, that's true.
And that or a full-time, no, I don't think I could do full-time stay at home, but yeah, I would love to just be able to run inner healing groups. I love what I do now. Like I genuinely love it. I have very little to no complaints, but yeah.
What is something you can't do?
I can't do a lot of things. I can't cook. No, just kidding. I can. I've gotten so much better. Something you can't do.
I've never thought about that, if I'm being so honest. Like, I really believe in my head that I can do anything.
Oh, I know. I watched the Olympics. I'm like, how come she's not thrusting down the water? Like, come on. I could totally slay.
Not the Olympics.
I'm like watching, what's her name? Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm like, Buki, I know you could be I could get out there and be faster than you. It's so delusional.
Okay, well, I don't watch the Olympics. So
I watched them.
But
I didn't watch the opening ceremony because what in the blasphemy was that? But people are going to get mad about that. Yeah, but I did watch random parts. And I saw a TikTok that was like, I'm so delusional that I'm like, I could do that.
That is really funny. That is really funny. Yeah, I feel like I just don't think about things. Like, I'm like, if I really wanted to, I could. If I really trained hard enough, I could be in the Olympics, you know?
I can't do a pull-up.
Okay, true. Physically, can't do a pull-up. Can't do a good push-up either.
Yeah, I was actually so embarrassed by my dad because I was like, went and did climbing and he was like, you got to really start doing push-ups. And I was like, oh, I can do them. So I went down and I did like a few, okay? And he was like, those are not push-ups. And I was like, get down on the floor. You do some.
And he could do them.
And he was doing them. And I'm like, yeah, that's because your stomach's touching the ground. It's holding you up. He was like so bad. But yeah, I can't do pull-ups.
Yeah.
You
know what? Last year I set this goal because at the new Planet Fitness, they have monkey bars. And I could not do a monkey bar. Like, I could only get like maybe like 30. And I was like, my goal is to like do it. And I did it like every day. And then I kind of just forgot about it. But okay, back to the monkey bars tomorrow.
Well, now you have a new your 24th birthday goal.
Yes.
All right, here's a fun one for two beauty queens. What's your must-have beauty product?
Ooh, a good moisturizer.
That's so funny. I was going to say the Pro Glow. That and see what I can't live without is like bronzer. I cannot live without bronze. Yeah.
If you would have met me in 2019, I think 2020 even maybe. I have so many pictures of me looking ghost because I was scared to use too much bronzer because I'm so fair that like every picture of me is just scary. Yeah.
So fun.
My old boss was like, you need to wear more bronzer. You look a little scary. I was like, okay. And then ever since then, I just can't get out. I can't stop.
Yeah, I feel like bronzer can change.
Yes.
Forehead, cheeks, a little on your nose. Ooh, you'll be looking like you came from Tahiti. I don't even know where's Tahiti. Anyway, next question.
Who in your life has inspired you the most?
Randy has inspired me the most for healing, I think. My aunt that I lived with in Cincinnati is like, I just feel like when I think of her, I'm like, that's a woman. Like, she's just like, you know.
I love that.
So she's inspired me a lot.
I think my husband, for sure. With his like, I've just watched his life the last like 12 or 13 years, and it's been pretty inspiring to see him just. He fights like really hard, no matter what the case is, and then he just really loves the Lord on like a practical level, like mornings waking up and seeing him read his Bible every morning, like down on his face. I could walk downstairs to him like on his knees praying. Like that's just very inspiring. Yeah. And then I think there's like probably a few, but my mom inspires me a lot just with her like redemptive story. She had a few years where she just had to fight to stay alive in her own mind and stay present with us when she was going through a really, really hard divorce. And she's just kind of come back into a real love for Jesus. And she's actually like has a heart to like disciple women. And like, I don't know, I've just seen her life kind of through a lot of different phases and seasons. And then obviously Haley, I feel like I could say her name for almost every answer about everything.
Yeah.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Paris, France. Right now.
Maddie?
Currently. Or
Bora
Italy.
Bora.
Yeah, see, this is where we differ. She's a vacation girly. I think I have to accept that I'm a trip girly.
Yes. Yeah. I want to go on vacation and be literally laying horizontal for at least 12 hours a day.
Yeah, we'll get to Punta Cana.
I think like if I didn't like work the way I do, I wouldn't feel like I could do trips.
Yeah.
You know, like when I have a break, I'm like, yeah, so.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
What is something from your childhood that you still have? Anything?
Mm-hmm. I actually have a bucket right here in the basement of a bunch of childhood stuff. I actually have probably a lot. I have like my friend and I, actually the first co-host of the first season, we used to she's gonna kill me. We used to decorate like journals and notebooks, like compost notebooks.
Oh yeah.
Composition notebooks, I mean. And we would like glue our pictures and stickers and like magazine cutouts, and we would tape it down all the way around, so like that was like the binding, and then we would write in it to each other and then give it to each other, and we would write back and forth. I have like 4 of them in there. That's
cute though.
It's so funny. So I have those from childhood, and then I have like little clothes my mom saved for me and stuff.
Yeah, I actually have like a bin in my house, but I'm not like, I feel like I say like I'm not really sentimental. So I've never actually looked through it. I took it from my parents' house and I put it in my closet. So I'm not sure. I know I have some stuff.
You're gonna have to go through that one day.
It's fun. What concert do you want to go to next?
I have 2 people in my brain.
I don't feel like I'm a concert girl anymore.
Yeah, I want to see Adele, but she just went on like another 10-year break or whatever to her next album. I've always wanted to see Adele like forever. And then Emma Neeson. Oh, my girl.
Yeah, that would be good.
I would love to see her. She's a Christian jazz artist. She's insane.
No concert?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I've been seeing videos of other artists that I think are like really, they would be fun concerts, but I don't really know that I like love their music, you know?
Yeah. I will go to concerts. Like I went to a couple of Christian concerts last year and it was like cool. But it's not something I seek out for entertainment, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are the most important qualities you look for in a friend?
Understanding, I think.
Yeah. I look for somebody that, yeah, I guess understanding. I was going to say understands, but yeah, understanding. Because then I feel like they can understand your season of life. They can understand like what you're doing, where you're at. And it doesn't like offend them. Like if your season of life is busier, then they're not like, oh my gosh, you don't love me, we're never going to be friends again. Like that whole thing. I think I look for, which I guess that's underneath this, and this is, tell me if I'm going too far, but that's underneath emotional maturity. Like when you're emotionally mature, you have understanding, you're honest, you're vulnerable, you're safe. I feel like, so yeah, it probably, if it encompasses everything, emotional maturity.
You know what's funny is like the people that I feel like are the most emotionally mature are also the funniest. Which like feels like in my brain it shouldn't go hand in hand, but like it does.
Yeah.
But I think I look for depth in a friendship too. Like I need somebody that I can connect with on multiple levels. So yeah, like you said, like understanding like the busy seasons, but also like being down to just like, I love a friend that I don't have to entertain.
Oh yes.
Like I love a friend I can just sit on the couch with and scroll on my phone and like,
yep, exist.
You know, we can talk.
We can write together.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have time for probably 2 or 3 more questions, and then we'll end with our confession session.
Our secrets, Sunday secrets, and our confession.
Okay.
All right. Is happiness an end goal or simply a byproduct of other things?
I think Jesus is joy. And if you have enough rich relationship with Jesus, then I think happiness is situation based for sure. And I think if you want if you're looking for the sensation of joy, then you need Jesus.
Yeah, I would say like a byproduct of that. Like there's times where I feel happy, but yeah, it's like a fleeting feeling.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Yeah.
I think it's situational for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, go ahead.
I was just going to ask another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What is your definition of success?
Oh, loving people well. I think loving people to my best capacity, I think feel like success to me.
Yeah. I think on a practical level, it's like working hard in a good balance to be able to, enjoy the life that I feel God has called me to live the life I feel God's calling me to. A healthy marriage, healthy relationship with our daughter, Jesus-centered life. That's success to me.
Healthiness really in every area though.
Yeah. Health is like mind, soul, body, all that stuff. I feel like that's rich. Because who cares how rich you are if you're extremely unhealthy physically, mentally, emotionally, because how long are you going to really last with all that success?
Yeah, I agree.
So, yes. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
We love you. Of course. We're going to close out our session today, our episode today. And we want to, I keep fidgeting with this. Sorry, give me 1 second. I've actually been going back and making cuts in the episodes now. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to end with 2. We're going to do our Sunday secret. So it's just like something that happened to us either through the weekend or Sunday coming into church that is just like kind of dumb or silly, or just we want to out ourselves. And the 2 segments that we'll end with are actually have to do with things we would normally keep secret. And we were talking about how there's something that happens when like you can share your secret or tell the truth about something. Do you want to share the verse, Al, that we pulled that from?
Yes. So James 5:16, it says, "Therefore confess your sins to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person has great power as it is working."
Amen. Yeah, so good. So we were talking about it, and we'll share a little funny secrets, and then we'll get into like actually what we stumbled upon when we were setting up for this season's set. Do you want to tell yours?
Yeah. So my Sunday secret happened a couple weeks ago, and I ran to Tim Hortons for all of us because we get to church really early. So I ran to Tim Hortons, got Addie her breakfast, got us all food, drink, whatever. And I go to give Randy a hug, and I spill the coffee all down the back of her. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm preaching today." And I was like, right. As coffee's dripping off her white dress. So
it was fine.
She was calm. I was not. So, yeah.
You made it out all right. It was on the back.
Nobody actually saw it, I feel like.
And then it made it funny in the sermon. I used it. Remember? Because it was like comparison and like how she was like, "No, this didn't happen. I didn't do that." I didn't tell them that you spilled it. I just said that got cocktail with me. That's so funny. Well, for me on this past Sunday, because that was 2 or 3 Sundays ago?
Yeah.
No, last Sunday, I was out looking for one of our musicians, which tends to happen, just because like in the hustle and bustle of switching services. And I didn't realize, I saw his water bottle outside of the restroom. So I was like, oh, he's definitely in there. Well, he wasn't. He was like down on one of the side of the aisles talking to somebody. So there's probably like 10 seconds left before the service starts. And I am like bolting down the side aisle, and I was wearing these little kitten heel boots, and twice I clipped my ankle running down, and the sanctuary is completely full. So that was fun. And then I got up and I was like, "Good morning, Gospel Church. Welcome to have a worship."
Oh my God.
So that was kind of chaotic, but it was great.
I didn't notice that, so you did well.
Okay, so that's our fun little Sunday secret. Now we're going to do our confession session. What we want to introduce is our email, which is one thing. Our email is secretsofachurchgirl@gmail.com. Very easy. You can send in your confessions and we will read them anonymously unless you say otherwise. You can also put names in the characters if you're telling a story. You can confess something to us. We might go back and forth if we feel like we have the opportunity to dialogue something like actually heavy with you. But you can email stuff, read stories, tell us a confession. You could tell us just a story about anything really, and we'd love to share it here. But we came across these. They're called Post Secret books. My friends actually used to gather them for me and like gift them to me. They are just this, I don't even know what it would be called. I guess it's just a book. You can mail in your secret to this organization or this, I think it's a specific address. Yeah, it's an address in Maryland. And they compile a book full of like what you sent them. So sometimes it looks like really creative. Other times it's like typed just like regular. And I showed it to her. I was like, oh, you have to see this. Like, just look at it with no real intention. And she was like, no, we need to read these. And then we were like, well, how funny that people are always looking for a way to confess what's heavy on their mind or on their chest. And I think like that's just the way that humanity was designed. Is we weren't designed to live with shame and guilt, and Jesus gave us himself as the outlet to offload those things. And so some of them are really funny, and then some of them are just like I don't know, like pretty heavy. So I'm gonna read one, and then we can just flip through them. I don't think it really matters. So this is probably a heavy one. It says, they don't know that I know I'm adopted. I found out when I was 14, but now I'm 34 and they still haven't told me.
Oh my gosh.
Like. And it has like question marks on the heads and stuff. Wow. Okay, there's another one right here. It says, but I met the most perfect guy for me randomly on the beach. But all my life I've watched shows like CSI, NCIS, Criminal Minds, and Bones, and I'm scared to death that he's a hidden serial killer out to kill me. Do you want to do it?
So funny. Actually, now that I'm thinking, like I was trying to process, like I've seen this before. There's a podcast. Very similarly, people send in their stories.
Yes.
And like one of like the stories are crazy.
Yes, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yes. Oh, this one says I had my dream wedding with the wrong person.
Oh.
That's sad. Oh, this says I hope I can give my kids as great of a childhood as I had. I'm looking forward to the challenge. That's actually so
I love
sweet.
that. I love that. Do I have any more?
Oh God, not that one.
Some of them are pretty crazy.
I think we're good.
Good.
You want to look?
Okay, so we're gonna we just wanted to read a few from here, and then as the weeks go on and we get submissions, we'll read some of your guys' confessions in here as well.
Send them in.
Yep.
And even like we talked about like other like funny church stories or like any experiences you had, like, yeah, if you want to talk about it, we'll talk. But also if you just want us to share it, it'll be funny and cool.
Yeah. So thanks for watching episode 1 of season 3. We're going to get into it soon. We're going to actually be jumping into the holiday vibes here shortly. So you'll catch that. But stay up to date. We love you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.